It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato, and big show for you tonight. Coming off the football state championships, kudos to Joliet Catholic winning in Class 4A, and Lockport, the Porters, winning in Class 8A. Congrats to both. We'll get talking to them a little bit later in the show. Our guest tonight, Hillcrest boys basketball coach Don Houston, one of the premier programs in the state, perennial powerhouse. This season is no different in spite of the fact that he graduated all 5 starters. He had like the all-star of all-star teams last year. Obviously with COVID hitting, things got truncated and, you know, they played a very limited schedule, but they were dominant. That's a team that could have won a state championship. And the way things are going right now, 3-0, they won the Chicago Heights Classic. So this team is in position to compete for a state championship in Class 3A, and we got a little bit of time for that. But 14th season for Don Houston. He's done a marvelous job. Led him to a Class 3A state championship back in 2009, 2010. So we're going to talk all things Hillcrest boys basketball with Don Houston when we come back. Going to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. Folks, gift card, stocking stuffer, Beggar's Pizza has you covered, as well as in the loyalty program, the Big Cheese loyalty program. All right, we come back. Don Houston will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
Hello, boys. I'm a drop-dead gorgeous pepperoni sausage, hold the vegetables deep dish pizza. Just look at my cheese. Your place or mine. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. And our guest tonight, Hillcrest boys basketball coach Donnie Houston. Yeah, an old friend of ours. He's been on the show a few 5, 6, 7, 8 times, right? During your 14-year career over at Hillcrest, my man.
I enjoy being on here every single time.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you coming on board, man. And like I say, it's beyond basketball with you, life lessons and your kids, man. I always tell people, I said, if a kid does something wrong at Hillcrest on the court and Donnie tells him to come out, subs, I go, they don't look at him cross-eyed, man. They just come out, and that's the type of respect and they have for you. You know what I mean? And that says a lot. And that's throughout your career, it's been like that. So, well, you're coming off the championship of the Chicago Heights Classic. Not a bad way to start the season, 3-0, considering that you lost every starter from the spring and of a loaded team, man. That was a loaded team. Are you surprised at all? You know, that's a great tournament. The Heights Classic is awesome.
It's a great tournament with great teams in there, great coaches. You know, Dante Maddox, a great friend of mine. I hate coaching against Bloom. Hate coaching against Coach Taylor because he's such a great coach also. But you know, I'm a little bit surprised. But we had to put in a lot of work with these guys to get them to play the way we wanted them to play. We didn't do a lot of stuff in the fall with them. You know, even when they played in their little, ran around in little tournaments or whatever, we just let them play and never tried to incorporate anything, just let the kids have fun. And we just wanted to cram a lot in 2 weeks. So in that 2 weeks, we went longer. I was telling a lot of people we went longer with this group than I ever went. You know, we get home, we look at the clock, it's 6:30, 7 o'clock, you know, and I get out of school at 3:30. So, you know, it was a lot of time put into this and a lot of love. Kids, weight room even after that and watching film after practice or before practice. So they put a lot of time in.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you look at this 3 games. I know it's a sample size, but I mean, what impressed you most about the 3 games that these kids played?
The way they picked things up. You know, they picked it up and it's like it paid off for what we were doing, you know, and so they're getting the rewards of working hard. So they picked things up really well. They actually executed pretty well for this early in the season. You know, just the execution and buying in. You know, that's the main thing, buying in.
You know, there wasn't a state playoff last season because of the the truncated spring. But I'm gonna tell you, folks, I'm gonna go on the record here and saying the Hillcrest Hawks are the Class 3A state champions, because that team, 5 dudes, you had a couple 4-year starters and player of the year and dudes going off to college. That was like a shooting star team, man, right?
Yeah, that was one of the best teams I've ever had, and those guys were just super talented. I mean, they were the 2010 team. I tell people they were on autopilot. This team was on autopilot. They could just go out there and they could just execute everything you wanted them to execute, play the way you wanted them to play. You could just sit back, relax, and just orchestrate. It was a great group of kids to coach.
It was like watching the Harlem Globetrotters, man. It really was. They were just dynamic, and it's a shame, but life happens. COVID happened, and you made the most of an opportunity, and those guys got to play at least their senior season and kind of go out and put a stamp on things, man. Put a little bow on things a little bit. So when you've won 20 games every year for the past 14 years, and you have a state championship, I mean, a standard has been set. Does this team realize, man, the standard is pretty high at Hillcrest?
We really don't try and put a lot of pressure on them as far as standards go with numbers, wins and losses and all of that. We just want them to play hard and be good people, and that's the main thing about it. Play hard and be good people and let everything else take care of itself. And they're playing as hard as we want them to play. And it's a great thing because I have a couple of great young coaches. I have a few great young coaches. All of my coaches have basically played in Hillcrest uniform, so they pretty much know how it is. So I don't have to be as vocal as I normally have been. I have guys who can do it for me, and they're doing it from their hearts because they've been in there. So, the standards are set, but we're just trying to get them to play hard and be good kids, and the numbers will take care of themselves.
Now, one of those streaks, what's the conference championship streak at? What is it, Donnie? Like about 3 decades or something, man, or what was it?
I think we lost one somewhere. We lost one. TF North got us one year.
Like 10 years ago or 8 years ago?
I would say probably like 32 out of 33 years, but yeah, they got us one in there. So.
And they're still living off it.
Yeah, well, you should. I mean,
that's right. That was big. Thing,
it was a big thing.
That's a big thing, man. That's for sure. So, so who are some of these players? People come out and check you out. Who should they keep an eye on here?
You should definitely keep an eye on Bryce Tillery. He's a 3-year varsity player, and he's a junior. He just runs the show. I mean, whatever you need him to do. I mean, I was talking to people about this a little while ago. He's come such a long way. He's a coach on the floor. I mean, I don't have to say much. I can be on the sideline, talk to my assistants. I turn around, he's calling the plays. He's putting people in position. He's really grown into his own as a player. Marcus Glover, he was an all-tournament guy at the Chicago Heights Classic. He's an energy guy, real strong kid around the basket, finishes. We had a kid come off the bench this weekend, and he's a sophomore, Isaiah Green, and he just went crazy. He made big shot after big shot. And it seems like the moment's never too big for him. I just don't think he knows any better. He just goes out and he plays. And we got to find a way to keep it that way, where he just goes out and plays, because he's a fun player to watch.
Yeah, so you got some nice pieces, man. Bryce is only a junior. You got him for another year, man.
Yeah,
he's playing as well.
We have Bryce and Isaiah for some years, so yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
It is. It is.
All right, folks, we are going to go to a Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. Remember, 3 locations: Mokina, Tinley Park, Orland Park. And folks, all of our sponsors, man, great stocking stuffers. All of them offer gift cards, like Beggar's Pizza here. You buy a $25 gift card, they give you a $5 gift certificate. You know what I mean? So, and that's pretty much through all our sponsors. I know Labriola is doing something, Lisa Thomas Salon, Joey's. They all are providing some incentives and great deals for some stocking stuffers. All right, folks, we are going to go to that Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. Right, we come back more with Hillcrest boys basketball coach Don Houston. Stay tuned.
At Lisa Thomas Salon, we think loving yourself and your selfie starts with the perfect stylist. That's why we've assembled an amazing team, each with a unique passion for beauty, providing the perfect combination of innovation and experience. Then adding just a little bit of fun. For hair, skin, nails, and makeup, no one does beautiful like Lisa Thomas. Because life's too exciting to settle for the same old thing. Schedule today at Lisa Thomas Salon, a Redken Elite partner with 3 area locations.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's is a trained technician and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island.
If you're suffering from physical pain, nothing else matters. The one thing that should is Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, because experience never mattered more. Serving the community for 25 years with over 90 years of combined orthopedic experience, our fellowship-trained surgeons provide individualized care to those suffering from orthopedic pain. We deliver comprehensive care from diagnostic to surgical to rehabilitative services, all under one roof in each of our locations. Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, bringing university-level orthopedic care close to home.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, our guest is Hillcrest boys basketball coach Don Houston, and we've been joined by another guest here, a family sausage pizza by Beggar's Pizza. You gonna be okay, my man?
I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna try my best. Try my best.
You and me both, and Gerard. All right, let's not be, this baby will be taken care of afterwards. All right. Let's talk about, you alluded to the coaching staff and how most of them are Hillcrest dudes. It's the same thing in football, man. That whole staff's all Hillcrest guys, which I think is very beneficial to the players and the program. But one of your guys, Jerome McNeil, who had a marvelous career at Hillcrest, at Marquette, cup of coffee in the NBA and has played overseas, and he's been on staff for a couple of years now. Talk about his impact on the program.
Jarrell has actually helped me grow as a coach. All of my coaches have helped me grow, but Jarrell's helped me grow in a different way. I don't have to be as vocal. I can turn my head and know that things are taken care of. I can take care of things as far as school is concerned, and practice is run the way it would be run if I was there. Not saying that I didn't have that with my other coaches, but it's something within him that just allowed me to have that comfort level. Yeah. And when I have that comfort level, I don't have to worry about much of anything. He's growing as a coach, and I know one day he's going to do this, whether it be, at Hillcrest or some other program, or even in college. I know he's going to do this on a level, and he's going to do it great. So the way he's doing things right now, he's made things a lot more comfortable for me and other coaches. Yeah,
no, and he's a tremendous person, man. As accomplished of a basketball player he is, he's even a better person, and that's saying a lot. And my guy, Herb Offord, he's still hanging around,
Herb's a varsity assistant also. Yep. So, I have 2 guys. I coached Jarrell when he was a freshman. He was a freshman, and I was a sophomore coach. And I coached him then, and I've coached Herb, obviously, in the state championship. So those guys have played for me, so they can come to and give locker room stories to these players, and these players he was like that? And I'm like, yeah, he was like that. And so they give them locker room stories.
They can relate.
Yeah,
that's for
they
sure.
can relate.
All right, well, the big news, and I was so looking forward to this last year, you guys are coming to the Dipper, man, at Rich Township High School. Storied, obviously, holiday tournament, one of the best in the state. After years, you were at Proviso. What does this mean to the players? Do they understand the significance here playing at the Dipper and this local Thornton? And it's just going to be unbelievable, man.
We would play at Proviso, and then we'd get on the bus and come home, and then our players would go to the Dipper and watch the game. So now they don't have to get off the bus and go to the Dipper. They can actually be in it, Yeah. So that's a huge thing for us. It's neighborhood. Now the suburban fans, the fans don't have to go anywhere to watch us. They can just come right there or watch any good basketball. They can stay there and watch good basketball. Who wants to do all that traveling over the holidays? You can just come right in your neighborhood and watch good basketball. So that was one of the things that we wanted to accomplish. Coach Crosby's a good friend of mine, and when they reached out to us and asked if we would do it, I'm saying, why not? You know, it's time. It's time. We don't have to make that travel all the way to Proviso anymore. We could play in our backyard and play just as good a basketball.
Yeah, and if the basketball gods, are listening, a Thornton Hillcrest championship, that place would be, the roof might not last on that gym, man. That would be something, man.
That would be a great game. Ty's a great coach and great program. That would be a great game.
That would be something, man. That would be hottest ticket in town, that's for sure. All right, so 14 years, man. What has changed most about high school basketball in this time for you?
To be quite honest, I really don't think a lot has changed. As far as my program is concerned, I don't think much has changed. We always hold our kids to a certain level of accountability. And if you let the kids change, they'll change, but we're not letting them change. We do it the way we do it, and we keep them to where we want to keep them, and they've been doing a great job of just staying in line and doing what we ask them to do. So as far as basketball is concerned, the competition level has gone up, especially in our conference. Our conference is super tough this year. Lamont, Oak Forest, Tinley Park, TF South, Richards, who we play this Friday, all these guys are tough. So conference is definitely competitive. As far as the kids as far as at Hillcrest, the kids are pretty much the same.
Yeah, same thing. Okay. A lot of talk about this shot clock. Instituting at some point. It's been like this for years, but it seems like it's really gaining some steam now. What's your view on this, Donnie?
I was actually on a committee that was for the shot clock, so I'm for it.
Yep.
To be quite honest, who holds the ball that long anyway? Even teams who want to hold it, eventually they let it go before the shot clock will go off anyway. So, it'll have an effect, especially like in the end of games. But I think it's going to make you coach more. Not only coach more, but the game will resemble all the other levels now. We were the only level without it, so now you'll have doing in high school what they've done in other levels.
Yeah. So, and that was my thing. I was a big advocate for it, 20, 30 years ago when, these programs, someone would stall for 5 minutes, man, 6 minutes, to keep it close. You don't see that at all hardly anymore, and everybody's launching a shot within 20 seconds now, man. It's such a game of transition now, but, whatever's going to make the game better and it's going to prepare kids for the next level, obviously you got to be, an advocate for that. So shot clock wouldn't be a bad thing, that's for sure. All right, so you look at Hillcrest, man, and you look at that campus, the field house, the field turf on the football field, it's never looked better. What makes the school special, and what has this transformation done for the program?
We had a great principal in Renee Sims, and now we have a great principal in Clint Alexander, athletic director Lisa Woonar. They've done a great job with the school. They're on top of everything, make sure everything's beautiful, make sure that the kids are keeping things the way it's supposed to be. And when you have a beautiful campus and you have people who are making sure things are clean and look nice, the kids have pride in what they're representing. So, it's a pride to have other schools walk in your school and they see the beautiful field house or the nice turf field. It's a pride in that, and everybody does take pride in it. So, we have a great administration doing what they do with it, and we have great kids who have pride in it.
Yeah, I can't imagine a family living in Country Club Hills or any of the communities that feed into Hillcrest walking through that place and saying, this isn't the place I don't want my kid to be, man. I mean, It seems like it's got everything, man.
Yeah, we had a junior high tournament, and to have those junior high schools walk through there and they just see the eyes light up, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Donnie, thanks again, man, for being on board. Good luck this season, man, and I'm sure I'm going to see you at the Dipper. I'm going to get out to that Dipper for a few games, that's for sure.
That'll be fun. Thanks a lot.
All right, my man. Okay, folks, we're going to go to athletics timeout. Our good buddy Tom Mulvey, best in the business. We come back. I'll talk about those state championship football games from last weekend. We got a couple local winners, and we'll announce players of the week as well. Stay tuned. Athletic Sports and Orthopedic Physical Therapy is a 2,200 square foot facility that includes the latest in rehabilitation equipment, including the HydroTrack underwater treadmill. All therapists at Athletics are experienced and offer hands-on treatment for patients that require such therapy. Whether it's your feet, ankles, knees, hips, lower back, shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck or jaw, Athletics is here to help. We at Athletics understand you as a patient have the right to choose where you receive treatment. Ask your physician if Athletics, with locations in Oak Lawn and Orland Park, is right for you. Whether you're in the mood for a Chicago-style hot dog, Italian beef sandwich, Philly cheesesteak, or charbroiled cheeseburger, Joey's Red Hots has you covered. In the mood for something lighter, Joey's Salads promises to hit the spot. Looking to cool off on a hot day or after a workout? Joey's refreshing homemade Italian ice will satisfy. Come check out Joey's Red Hots at 17400 Wolf Road in Orland Park or at 115th Street and Western Avenue in the Beverly community, where they're open until 5 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. No matter which location you visit, Joey's Red Hots promises to provide exceptional tasting food at an affordable price.
Now you can buy a car from the comfort and safety of your home. Introducing South Oak Jeep Dodge Ram Chrysler's online shopper, the most convenient way to buy a car online. To begin, start by selecting your vehicle. You'll see the Buy From Home button on every vehicle description page. Use the Explore Payment Options tool to customize your payment. Choose between lease, finance, or cash. Whatever works best for you. Have a trade-in? Get an instant value with your vehicle along with a transparent report so you know you're getting a great deal. To confirm your custom payment, simply fill out our quick credit application. And best of all, you can schedule a day and time to pick up your vehicle. Or we'll deliver it right to you. A South Oak representative will be there to chat with you throughout the entire process. We will walk you through step by step. Buying a car has never been easier. Visit southoak.com today.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza, where they lay it on thick, folks. All right, thanks to Hillcrest Boys Basketball Coach Don Houston for being our guest. And you want to know the definition of willpower? Having this pizza right in front of you and not at least having a slice or two, but I'm doing my best here, folks. All right, let's talk results from last week's state football playoffs. As we mentioned, a couple state champions from the Southland. First off, in Class 4A, Joliet Catholic, man, what a performance. They knock off Sacred Heart Griffin 56-27, 14-0 on the season. Jordan Anderson, an Illinois recruit, rushed for 306 yards and 4 touchdowns, and he added 69 yards receiving and a touchdown. So Illinois fans, be very excited. Jordan Anderson is a player, nice-sized kid, great speed, could run between the tackles, could take it to the outside. Big time get for the Illini. Vinny Anatoni, 127 yards rushing and 2 scores. Jeremy Johnson had 7 tackles. The 15th state title in program history. So congratulations to Jake Jaworski and everyone at JCA. In Class 7A, St. Rita comes up short again. Second season in a row, they finished runner-up. 2019 in 5A, this season in 7A. Wheaton North, man, got to give these guys props. 35-6 over Rita. I thought Rita at full bore, man, would definitely, if not win the game, at least be a little bit more competitive than that. Tommy Ulatowski, 10-yard TD run, about the only highlight for the Mustangs. But still a great season, 11-3 for Todd Kuska and the Mustangs. Congrats on that. And in 8A, you know, hey, Lockport, our guy, Coach Chart, man, 24-6 over Maine South. Maine South was one of the hottest teams in the playoffs, and the Porters take care of business and win their first state championship since 2003. They went back-to-back 2002, 2003. And long drought, but well worth it, man, for Georgie Chart and the boys at Lockport. Ty Schultz, just a tremendous story. 32 carries for 231 yards rushing and 2 TDs. Awesome wrestler as well, this kid is. Ethan Gallagher had a sack. Mike Sajenko had a fumble recovery. Danny Martisek, 2 interceptions for the Porters, who in 2018 were 0-9, hired George Chart, and look what happens 3 years later, man. So kudos to the Porters. All right, Players of the Week, the Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week, Jordan Anderson. Like I said, 306 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns, 69 yards receiving, and a TD. So we're going to hook up Jordan Anderson with a nice gift card from Labriola Bakery Cafe. And the Lisa Thomas Slam Player of the Week, Ava Gugliuzza, poured in 23 points to lead Lincoln Way West to a 46-32 win over Joliet Central. So Lisa Thomas Slam's going to hook her up with a gift card. at any one of their 3 locations. Okay, folks, we are going to go to a Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. And folks, every Monday at Labriola Bakery Cafe, a different burger creation. Like it was the big patty melt this past Monday. So every week, check online, go in their social media. They've got it going on. We're going to be out there next week, by the way. All right, we come back. High and tight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
At Lisa Thomas Salon, we think loving yourself and your selfie starts with the perfect stylist. That's why we've assembled an amazing team, each with a unique passion for beauty, providing the perfect combination of innovation and experience. Then adding just a little bit of fun. For hair, skin, nails, and makeup, no one does beautiful like Lisa Thomas, because life's too exciting to settle for the same old thing. Schedule today at Lisa Thomas Salon, a Redken Elite partner with 3 area locations.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, high and tight, folks. I know we talked about George Charton hiring the right guy and how he reinvigorated this program, and case in point, they won the Class 8A state championship in football. Lost in the shuffle a little bit is Joliet Catholic. I mean, storied program. 15 state championships after winning Class 4A over the weekend, but people tend to forget in 2016. Joliet Catholic was 1-8 in Dan Sharp's last season. So they were a little bit of a sinking ship in spite of the fact they had 13 state championships at that point. Man, so they were at a critical point. They hired Jake Jaworski, a JCA grad. 2 years later, he leads them to a state championship. And now, this season, leads them to a state championship. Now Joliet Catholic's back on top of the mountain, man. 15 state championships, more than any program in the state. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great week. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. It's Christmas season. We'll see you next week.